Well, first of all, like you were saying before, some people need to feel emotionally connected to have sex, and other people feel emotionally connected from having sex. So that's how people get stuck in, sexual shutdowns, because usually you end up with a partner who has that opposite need. It's not necessarily male, female, but it can be. It just depends. So if you need to feel emotionally connected to have sex, but your partner feels emotionally connected from having sex, then it can feel like if you don't have sex with me, then you don't want me. And that could feel like not just you're not in the mood for sex, but you don't love me, like you don't want me. And I think we underestimate that impact on people when, especially when men and women come in for therapy, and the guy typically is upset because their sex life or their desire discrepancy is that, she doesn't want to have sex. And we focus so much on, okay, well, let's get you connected emotionally so that she can feel comfortable having sex, while we ignore his need to have a sexual relationship in order to feel emotionally connected. And I think we're not doing anybody any favors doing that. I think as a field of therapy, we tend to be more feminized and focused on emotional needs and attachment. And we're discounting that other side of the equation where, sex can be a language of love. And it's not necessarily just putting tab A into slot B, or else they would just masturbate or go find someone outside. Right. But the need to be with their partner is super strong. And so that's part of being sex positive. The other part is that there's really no normal when we talk about sex. Normal is a setting on the washing machine. It doesn't really mean anything. And we have to be careful as therapists that we don't judge people's sexuality through our own lens of, if you're doing something kinkier than me, then you're freaky. And if you're doing something that's more vanilla than me, then you need to like ratchet it up a little, get some spicy thing going on there. But sex positive is like trying not to judge other people's sexuality based on this vague idea of what is normal. So unless someone is really hurting from their own sexual behavior or hurting someone else without permission or consent, then there's a range of sexual behaviors that has nothing to do with what we think is okay. And so, the idea is also, the last part of it is that sex is an important and priority focus part of a committed relationship. And that the piece that I think is important that I talk about is that it's also part of a monogamous relationship. That one of the things you commit to when you're committing to marriage or monogamy is to be sexual partners. And that if you're not going to have sex with your partner, it's not okay to hold them hostage and say, well, I don't want to have sex with you, but you can't have sex with anyone else either. And that's really a betrayal as well. And, how long can you go without having sex with your partner and yet refusing them to have sex with anyone else before your partner says, hey, this is breaking the agreement that we have as well.
Right.